my son is dumb? You mean so? In my opinion, if you are pursuing something,
Oh,
and
dang.
it's beneficial for your life.
That make you intelligent?
No, no, no,
Oh.
no, no. It doesn't make you intelligent. I'm saying that literally, that is what like your intelligence is defined off of. Like that's what your intelligence literally goes to.
All right.
Because Albert Einstein he was dumb. Let's be real. He was dumb. He was dumb.
I don't know much
But he
about
had
him,
a he
but
had a very good knowledge of math and all that stuff. Like he was very intelligent in certain things. Like if you look it up right now, Albert Einstein was not
look
that
him up.
intelligent.
Well, you can't look up was he intelligent? He was a genius. Like
No,
how
no,
you
no.
say?
But there are certain things that literally, if you look up, it'll show he literally just did not know. He didn't
Of
have.
course, it's things he
He
don't know
wasn't able
about.
to comprehend.
But
But
look,
we consider him a genius, right?
I think it's a definition of like there's a concrete definition of genius. If you score a certain level on the
Yeah, and I
IQ
say
test or whatever,
that's incorrect. I say that's wrong. I say that's
bro,
not
that's
even
the
correct.
definition. Wait. Before we get into that, we can define genius in a minute. You start looking. Well, I can look it up in a minute. I'm looking up the definition of genius. But what I was
Yeah,
asking
because
you was,
look up Albert Einstein. Look up
this is what
Einstein.
like his history.
Yeah, just look him up because he literally fell in a lot of areas. He
But
was very intelligent in certain areas, but like math for one, I can guarantee you, if you look him up right now, math for one, where Einstein was not good at. He was nowhere near close to good at.
wait, but look, let me. I don't.
He struggled
I ain't
very
never
well
tell
with
you.
that.
Um, I was gonna try to get you. I don't know if you actually answered. I forgot. I can bring the video back. But my definition of intelligence is people who are born, like born with the natural ability before they even like mold it and whatever, the natural ability to learn information and retain it, like once or twice after, getting the information for the first time.
Mhm.
Like that was kind of going back what I was saying. Me, when I read something. If it's something that I'm not interested in, I'm gonna have to read it probably 2, 3 times to like get a good grasp, understanding of it, to have like an intelligent conversation about what I just read. But if it's something that I'm interested in,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
can read it once and really,
you'll take the time to be able to
no,
comprehend.
not even the time. It's just naturally I'm just
Yeah, your
soaking it in.
intelligence is right there.
Right, it's
So
just there. But people who are intelligent, in my opinion, even something that they're not interested in, they'll read it one time
mm,
and understand it. Or if I show them like a puzzle or a riddle or something like that, they can figure it out
mm.
like after the first or second try, or at least way faster than the normal person. That's to me what intelligence is. Smart is something that you can like develop. Like you can develop smartness like that. Like you
I
said,
think we develop
that's
intelligence.
what I'm saying. I think we differ on the definition of intelligence. To me, intelligence is something that you're born with. You can't. That's like athleticism. You can't.
No, it's not the same thing.
No, it is. I'm telling you, if you're a natural athlete, you're just athletic. Like you just
What if that
are.
person is literally failing everything else besides the athleticism of their curriculum or whatever the case might be? Like, oh, like a lot of people would consider them dumb, and
Wait,
that
what?
doesn't make them dumb. Like,
No, no, wait, wait.
like
I'm just wait, wait. Stick to athleticism for a second. I'm just saying,
I am sticking to it,
athleticism is something that you're born
bro. You
with.
gotta stop trying to keep everything just
But I'm
one sided. Like, dog, like the whole entire conversation is about
intelligent.
intelligence.
But I just,
We can't just okay, well, no, just stick to it. Like, dog, we're
but I,
having a whole entire conversation about intelligence.
but I compared intelligence to athleticism because, like intelligence, athleticism, I think is no, think I
But
fact.
that's not a
It's
good
something
comparison.
you're born with athleticism. You're either like a super athlete or you're not. Like you can't be
Yeah, but the
born.
conversation is intelligence. Like
I'm just saying
you're going off on that.
I was making a comparison, an analogy to intelligence would be, in my opinion, athleticism. You're born with athleticism, or you can be born with intelligence.
But there's a lot of people with athleticism also that are very intelligent.
No, I'm not saying like that, but I'm just saying it's something that you're okay. Long story short, you are born with intelligence, in my opinion. My definition, you're born with it. It's something that when I say what it is the ability to learn something really quickly compared to the average population. That's intelligent. If you're born with the ability to learn something very quickly and retain it, you are, in my opinion, intelligent. Smart is different. I
But
think
yeah,
I'm
like
smart,
for instance with me,
but I
right?
ain't intelligent.
I literally can pick up on things very, very quick. You know what I mean? Like I've my whole entire life, like even when I graduated from high school, right?
Well, you
Like
intelligent then.
no, 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 but I'm not.
For
But
my definition, but go ahead.
well, yeah, but my teacher was like, yo, like he literally decides to stay very average. when he doesn't need to. Like he can pick up on things like, and that's stuff he said during my graduation. Like before they called me to the front to speak and all that stuff. Like,
You spoke at the graduation?
mhm, all of us did.
Valedictorian? Oh,
No, no,
you
I
said
wasn't
all of us
valedictorian. I
did.
definitely wasn't
You said
valedictorian.
all of us did. I'm thinking you had like a special speech or
A
something.
girl named Ashley. She was valedictorian. But I mean, like he was like, he chooses to stay average, but like he can be way more than what he honestly is. And it's like, oh, like it's the truth. Like, bro, like if I were to say tomorrow I want to be a doctor, for instance, right? If I go to school and I sign up online and whatever the case might be, and I start going to college for that, like, I know for sure if I really want that, I will pursue it.
But you're not
But
interested
it's
in it.
not, it's not, it's
I
not,
got you.
it doesn't define my intelligence, is what I'm saying. Like, it does not define that because, like I told you before, like, I went to school for medical assistant, right? Like, and my son's mom had to cheat off me in order to pass the test. And then
You're not gonna throw
my,
her under the bus. What she got to do with that?
no, 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 I'm just saying, but my intelligence doesn't define me as a person. And like my intelligence is literally okay. Well, like that's not what I was really interested in, but I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do it. Like I have my real estate license, whatever the case might be. I went to school right there in Center City, like Temple, for my real estate joint. But it doesn't make the other people that failed it dumb. It doesn't make them not intelligent.
I think yeah,
Like this is just that
m-
they just that's not something that they really cared about.
I
So
see what you're saying. Your definition of intelligence is the same as my definition of smart. But I'm saying, like what you just described,
mm,
if you try hard and learn things, whatever, you can be smart in that topic. Really, you can be smart in that subject or topic because you learned about
yeah,
it, you read the books, whatever. Even though you're not
yeah,
really
your
interested.
intelligence is literally there.
Yeah, you call it
Yeah,
intelligence. that's not my definition.
that's intelligence.
To you, I mean, we can look up the definition, but my
No, no,
definition.
no. I'm just talking about the definition because, like I said, Einstein was considered a genius, but he was
But
terrible
in
at math. You mean like
mm,
you have him up right now? Like look it up. He was not good at math. So does that make
intelligence.
him not a genius anymore?
What up? Intelligence. Having or showing, really. We see the definition. Intelligence. The definition is
Well, I
having or
mean,
showing
people
intelligence or
be
strength.
smart with stuff. Like you do realize
No,
that, right?
that's not. That's a worst definition. Intelligence has been, here you go. Intelligence has been defined in many ways. The capacity for abstraction, logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional knowledge, reasoning, planning, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. I agree with that 100%, but I would add to that, you're born with that. That's my definite. I
I
mean,
disagree. Me personally, I disagree. Now, obviously, the definition is here, and you agree with it. Fine, whatever. But me personally, I don't agree with
you
it.
just call it something else. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, like
Fine.
intelligence can make you a lot of money towards whatever you love and what you want to do, but
Oh yeah.
also, you mean it could not.
Yeah.
Like I said, my son, he doesn't get good grades all the time, but I mean, like he shows intelligence towards what he loves and what he likes.
I don't
So
think good.
that could absolutely benefit him in
Bro,
life.
good grades don't mean you intelligent, dog. Like
Yeah, I know that, but I'm
I
saying like a lot of people would consider him not intelligent because he doesn't get good grades.
think the fundamental difference is what we talking about is the our definition of intelligence. Like I said, you say intelligence is basically building your skill or knowledge around a certain topic.
Yeah,
And I'm
I'm saying
saying,
that's what intelligence is.
right,
Like to me, it's
right, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's not dumb, but obviously he knows what he
And
loves.
you keep saying, just because you're not intelligent, don't automatically make you dumb. You can just be intelligent. You like, there's
But you know
intel.
how many times I've heard that?
That don't mean it's true.
No, it's not. But
Yeah,
like based off of what everybody defines as intelligence, like I've literally heard so many times, okay, your son's not smart. But it's like, dog, like I don't believe
for the
that.
sake of this conversation, smart and intelligence is different. I'm kind of nitpicking, but
Yeah.
smart, like to me, again, like you can become smart in a topic. Like say if it's say or you mentioned something earlier about space and astrophysics or whatever. Say if you was really interested in astrophysics
Yeah.
and you read every textbook and you
Mhm.
study, you watch YouTube documentaries and all that stuff, and then fast forward 10 years later, you you know a lot about space.
Yeah, I do.
I would say,
I
yo,
have a
Chris
degree
is.
now
I
about
would say Chris is smart in space
it.
stuff,
Yeah.
whatever. But this is not like. downplay it, but that doesn't make you or anybody else intelligent. Now, an intelligent person would be somebody who read everything that I just said in that 10-year span.
Who's definition of it?
I'm saying, well, based off mine.
Oh, yeah.
If you read the book one time or maybe twice, because it's kind of technical.
So what you trying to say? My son is dumb? I'm joking.
I didn't say that. Smart, you can learn and develop. Intelligence is something that you're born with. Boom, that's it. That's my ground bottom definition of it.
So
That's it.
real quick, as your daughter gets older, right? Obviously, your daughter is smart. Like it's a given. You mean like make sure? Well, I'm sorry, your daughter's mom make sure that she literally learns things and all that stuff. And honestly, your daughter she picks up on it.
Yeah, she got a
It's a
lot of
given.
words, a whole
So
vocabulary.
let's say, for instance,
Shout
she's
out
at
Judy,
the age
baby.
of 6, right? Let's say
Ooh.
she's at the age of 6.
Oh, my sister.
Yeah, I know she's not. I'm hypothetically
Got you.
speaking.
So by the time
So
she's 6,
6. Let's say, for instance, she can't read very well, but she has a very good understanding of science and all that stuff. Like, so what would you define her as?
if she can't read that very well,
Well,
let's say
a
10,
very good
because
knowledge
the
of
6,
science. You mean? And she was like, "Oh, well, Dad, this worm right here is biology is this and this and that." You mean like? But at the same time, you
I
put a
would,
book in front of her and she struggles with that. Like, what would you
I
define her
would, I would, I
intelligence?
would. Well, I would have to base it off of more than just that one scenario,
Well,
but
I'm just giving
just
one. Yeah,
observing her for them 6 years,
yeah,
I would tell like, oh, she picks up on some. So think about the worm or whatever you just gave
yeah,
example of. Say if we just introduced her to that worm and how it lived and reproduced and all that 3 days earlier, and she can already recite everything and that to me that's intelligence. But if she been interested in worms for the last 4 years and she can recite
yeah,
all of that,
yeah,
to me that would be smart. That's smart to me, yeah. But intelligence, like I said, you can't, like, you can't learn intelligence. It's like what nature, what's it called? It's like nature and nurture or something like
nature
that.
versus nurture. Yeah,
Nurture, yeah. It's like you naturally, you like men. I don't know what we're gonna get into with this, but men are naturally attracted to. Okay, human males are naturally attracted to females.
yeah.
Right. That's like you can't teach somebody. There's
Well,
nothing that you can.
depending on whatever, but yes, go ahead.
I don't know what you're depending on.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay, okay. We can talk about it.
you want
A,
what you want,
a
but go ahead.
natural, a man that was born
Yeah,
with man is X XY, right?
yeah,
Chromosome. You sure?
yes,
All right,
absolutely.
men is
X Y.
XY.
Yeah.
So if you was born with an XY chromosome and you're a normal person, you
I
ain't
think
got
it's
no
like 26
defects.
something or something like that, right?
I don't know. I think it's 22, but I don't know. But if you born as a man, a male, XY chromosomes, you're attracted to naturally
Mm,
female
mm,
XX, or is it YY? Whatever the females is. That's what you can't teach a naturally born male. You can't teach them to be attracted to anything other than, let's call it that, anything other than a female.
yeah,
That's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. That's a natural thing. You're born with it. You're innately born attracted to females. You're innately born intelligent.
definitely yes.
Intelligent.
Uh-huh.
But you can be smart. There's a bunch of people, rich, millionaires, successful, great people who were not born
Yeah,
intelligent, but they are smart because they
mm,
read, they took the time, the effort to research
yeah.
and learn and trial and error and all of that stuff. 100% is people out there like that. Definitely, I like hands down. It's almost, well, I don't want to say no names because I don't know like billionaires personally, but I'm sure it's a bunch of billionaires out there that's just hard workers, did bad in school, dropped out of
Yeah,
high school,
absolutely, yes.
and they're smart, or they could be intelligent too. But yeah, that's
Well, they
that's
have that knowledge of the
yeah, because
business aspect,
they're
yes.
smart because they learned it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But me, yeah,
That's all I was
the
saying.
definition of intelligence to me, it's a terrible
And
definition.
that
You know what I
definition
mean?
on Webster's or
It's
whatever was
yeah,
the
it's
worst.
bad. Like like people love what they love. They're obviously gonna pursue what they pursue, but you can actually absolutely gain that knowledge and be intelligent in what you absolutely want to do, and you know for sure. Okay, well, I know this, I know that, whatever the case might be. Like, but you could have done very terrible in school. So what you trying to say? My son is dumb? I'm joking.